Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total, and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comment section below. Washington Nationals versus Baltimore Orioles. Take Baltimore minus 1.5 runs. The Baltimore Orioles started 2023 hotter than any team in baseball, and through 158 games, only the Atlanta Braves have a better record, and with a 7-3 record in their past 10 overall games, they're building momentum at the right time of the year. In their past 18 games played at home, the Orioles have come away with a solid 11-7 record, while picking up 13 wins in his past 20 games played against teams with a losing record, and if they pick up a win here and the Rays lose, it would officially clinch them the AL East crown. On the mound, the Orioles will turn to much-hyped right-handed rookie Grayson Rodriguez, who struggled to start his big league career, but after his stint in the minor leagues, he's bounced back in a big way. In his past 10 starts, Rodriguez has allowed just 15 earned runs through 60 innings of work, and if he can keep this up, there's no doubting that he could be the difference maker in this rotation as they head into their first postseason in over 6 years. Also take the under. After trading away all of their World Series stars, the last of which was Juan Soto, the Washington Nationals have gone deep into a rebuild, but in 2023, they've shown more than people expected, even after posting a 4-6 record over their past 10 overall games. In their past 20 games played away from home, the Nationals have come away with a 7-13 record, as well as picking up just 4 wins in their past 19 games played against teams with a winning record, but with the chance to ruin the day of a playoff team, they'll bring their best in this one. On the mound, the Nationals turn to veteran left-hander Patrick Corbin, whose 10 wins in the 2023 season are the most in a year since the 2019 campaign, despite posting a 5.13 ERA and giving up 14 losses on the season. Unfortunately for Corbin, his past 5 starts have been as inconsistent as you'd expect, as 2 of those starts have seen him allow just 3 earned runs, while the other 3 have seen him allow a combined 19, so the success of the Nationals in this game will depend highly on which Corbin turns up. Despite both of these teams having fun, talented young lineups, it's the rotations of these two teams that hold the key to success, and when these teams do battle, it appears the rotations always come out on top, as the under sits at an astounding 10-0 in their past 10 head-to-head meetings. For the Nationals, the under is 5-5 in their past 10 overall games, while the under sits at 7-3 for the Orioles over that same period of time, and after just 9 hits and 1 run was scored in the series opener, expect this to be just as competitive and low-scoring, despite the difference in these two teams. Pittsburgh Pirates versus Philadelphia Phillies. Take the Phillies. In the playoff-clinching 3-2 win over the Pirates in 10 innings, rookie Johan Rojas came up big with a walk-off RBI single in the 10th inning. The team only had 5 hits in the win, and Trey Turner and Brandon Marsh each had an RBI. On the season, Philly has had good balance, ranking 8th in baseball in runs scored and 10th in team ERA. With the team already in the playoffs and a near lock for the top wild card, they may rest some key players in this game. While Kyle Schwarber, .19645 HR 100 RBI, is hitting below the Mendoza line, he ranks 2nd in the majors in HR, but does not have one in the last 7 games. On the season, the Phillies are 48-31 at home. Ranger Suarez, 4-6 3.89 ERA 1.38 whip, gets the call for this game, and he was not overly sharp in his last start, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits in 6 2/3 innings, but the lineup helped him out in a 5-4 home win over the New York Mets. The Phillies have won his last 2 starts, and his last outing was his first in the last 6, giving up more than 3 runs. This is Suarez's first start of the season facing the Pirates. The Phillies are currently in excellent form, having won their last 6 games, while the Pirates have suffered 2 consecutive losses. During those 2 losses, the Pirates managed to score only 2 runs in each game, and it's unlikely they will significantly improve their offensive performance in this upcoming match. Although Suarez didn't have the best outing in his last start, it's important to note that he had allowed more than 2 runs in only one of his previous 6 starts. Expect Suarez to bounce back and deliver another strong performance in this game. there's a chance the Phillies might experience a bit of a letdown after their significant playoff-clinching victory in the first game of this series. On the other hand, Oviedo is likely to have another respectable start, considering that he has allowed only 4 runs in his last 3 outings. However, when considering the overall picture, the Phillies possess a stronger lineup and a more reliable bullpen. Even with the potential for a letdown, they are favored to secure a narrow victory in this game, much like they did in the previous one. Also take the under 8 runs. After totaling 41 runs and winning 4 games, the Pirates lineup really cooled off in the last 2 games, scoring 2 runs in each. They lost the opener of this series 3-2 to the Phillies, where they only had 5 hits and scored both runs on solo HR from Brian Reynolds and Henry Davis. On the season, Pittsburgh has balance, but not good balance, ranking 22nd in the majors in both runs scored and team ERA. Reynolds, .267 24 HR 83 RBI, leads the club in RBI and has 6 of them over the last 6 games where he has gone yard twice. Jack Sawinski, .220 26 HR 70 RBI, leads the team in HR and has 1 and 4 RBI over the last 6 games. On the season, Pittsburgh is 36-43 on the road. Johan Oviedo, 9-14 4.12 ERA 1.36 WHIP, takes the hill for Game 2 and pitched a gem in his last start, tossing 6 scoreless innings and giving up 4 hits in an 8-6 win over the Chicago Cubs. Since getting tagged up for 5 runs, he has only given up 4 runs in his last 3 starts. This is Oviedo's first start of the season facing the Phillies. The total for Game 1 of this series went under, and that is the pick I am leaning towards in this game. The Pirates lineup had been in fuego for 4 games, but in their last 2 games, they have only scored 2 runs in each. Suarez was not great in his last outing, but in the several before he was solid. He will pitch well in this game facing a Pittsburgh lineup that only ranks 22nd in the majors in runs scored. The last 2 Phillies games have gone under, and their lineup will not blow up in this game facing Oviedo, who did not give up any runs in his last start and in his last 3 outings only gave up 4 runs. Look for this Game 2 to be similar to Game 1 in a low-scoring affair, which is why the under is the pick.